All right, Kenman here. Today is an artisan cutlery kind of day. I have my new Ahab here that I got when I was in Blade Show, Texas. Just got back recently. If you haven't had a chance to watch those videos, bing, right there's the playlist. You can check them out. Had a really good time. Met a lot of awesome people. Had a lot of fun. Purchased a lot of knives. I did a haul video where I kind of showcased everything that I got, but I also did several videos kind of highlighting some of the other knives that I got, and I feel like the Ahab was left out. So today we're going to kind of talk about my artisan cutlery collection and have a little fun. Before we start, I'm not sponsored by anyone, and I purchase everything at retail price. I do these videos because I love discussing knives and sharing info and ideas with others. If you have any questions or thoughts, please feel free to comment below. All right, yeah, I bought 5 knives when I was there. This one here is the Artisan Cutlery Ahab. Really nice action on this knife. Flicks out really good. Has an AR RPM 9 blade steel with this crazy looking harpoon tip. Get my index finger out on there. It's very thin, slicey blade. I would say one downside, maybe if it's a downside at all, it fingerprints up really easy, as you can see right there. It just takes them quick. They wipe off fine, but it's like it's got a nice shiny polish to it. And so that shiny polish looks good, but then you kind of go like that with your thumb and it's just, you just get the little streak on it. Again, not an issue. It's got this really cool looking wood with some nice stripes in that. Very thin profile with your little lock right in there. Easy to access. Centering is very good. Has these thumb studs that are kind of backwards. They get wider. They don't really stick in the pocket. I thought that they might a little bit, but I haven't noticed any issues. Flicks out really, really easily. Thumbs out really, really easily. Closes nice. You cannot flip the pocket clip to the other side, which is unfortunate, but it is a nice knife and I like it. Literally 3 of the knives I bought were not swappable to lefty side carry. But if you like the knife a lot, you find a way. Has a titanium, did I say that already? Titanium pocket clip and a titanium little backspacer right there. Nice little accent to this knife. And the action, it feels really good. It looks really good. And there's one feature with this knife that I haven't said anything about yet. Does anyone notice it? Maybe they heard me say it before. Take a look here. I'll give you a little close-up. Let you see if you can notice it. Wow, that wood grain looks really nice. But yeah, it's right here. Or it's not right there. What am I not looking at? This screw and this screw hold the scales on. You can see where that screw goes through right here, where my finger's behind it. And that side as well. The pivot is up here. Where's the pivot screw? It has a hidden pivot screw. This is the only knife I have in my collection that's like that. It's actually really kind of a cool thing. So you would have to take the scales off, I guess, in order to get to where the pivot is if you wanted to do any adjustments. So if that blade was off-centered or it was loose, you'd have to do a little bit more work to get to that. But look at that look that it gives. That clean, ooh, I dig it. So story with this one is when I was at Blade Show, I did a lot of videos, had a lot of fun. Did an interview with Russell and Nico and Dylan there at the CJRB Artisan Cutlery booth. Those guys are great. Check out both companies. They make some really good knives. But I was doing like a sweep. I was doing kind of like, I had my camera and I was going through all of the cabinets and looking at everything. So they had everything lined out. And as I was doing my slow pan across, I just happened to notice this one. But I didn't say anything because I was in the middle of doing that little scan. So I have those 2-minute videos that I basically kind of went through, scanned. And when I got done, I stopped and I went up and I was like, Russell, what's that artisan cutlery over there? And he's like, oh yeah, it's pretty cool, right? Like, Pulled it out, showed it to me, and it was just, okay, yep, I'll take it. I like it. It's thin profile, the way it feels, the action that it has. It's just got a snap to it. It closes good. The flick out is really nice. There's the titanium and the wood. It's just got a clean look. It's really cool. I'm glad that I got it. So again, I just kind of wanted to showcase it a little bit since it didn't get as much attention as the other knives. I did an unboxing with the CJRB Hectare. Might as well just go through these real fast. I did an unboxing with this one, and then I also did an unboxing with the QSP Swordfish. So both of those knives, I basically took the pouch that it came in and did like a little regular kind of an unboxing for it. And then I did get 2 concept knives, the Tuckamore and the Shikari. And so these, I ended up doing a specific video about concept, talking about my experience at the concept booth. And so they also got kind of featured on their own. And since that was done with all the other ones, I felt, okay, this Artisan Cutlery needs a little bit of attention. Here we are giving it to it. What's everyone think of this knife? Pretty rad. I'll do a more extensive deep dive when I start getting into my closer look deep dive series. But like I said, it's got the titanium, boom, boom. It's got the wood. It's got that ARPM9 blade. Very cool looking knife. We are now going to look at the rest of the Artisan cutleries that I have in my collection. First one I ever got was the Arroyo. I love the Arroyo. Flipper tab only. Nice looking knife. Great action. They did extra polish on this. Like if you look back here, it's just got so much shine to it. Very, very good look to it. Flips out really good. This one's a custom. I did the laser or not the laser mark, sorry. The scale die on this. So this was a jade colored handle, and I turned it this kind of nice, soft, kind of maroon. Turned out really well. I love the shape of the blade on this. It just feels good. I need to carry this knife more. It's a cool knife, and I dig it. Okay, I'm going to turn my fan off. Sorry about that. Probably make noise for a couple seconds, or maybe you won't notice it at all. Next up on the Artisan Cutlery, boom! The Proponent, the beastly Proponent. This is just a must get for your collection if you like big, bulky, ridiculous knives. This thing is huge. It's a beast. You put this in your, I mean, it has a pocket clip. The pocket clip is probably just as big as some smaller knives. It's enormous. I mean, but look at this knife. It's huge. It's like a razor blade of death, right? But, you know, like I said, if you got a collection going on and you want a huge beefcake, look at the thickness of that. These are not that expensive. I mean, they make some titanium versions for a couple $100, but I think what you're looking at here, this is a D2 blade steel. Oh, I forgot on this one. This is also ARPM 9 on the Arroyo. This is D2 on the Proponent. This thing weighs about a ton. But it's just, why wouldn't you want to have just this ridiculous beef monster? I dig it. There is a pin also for it. So if you notice this little hole right here, when you open the blade, see right there, boom. Now I can put that pin through that hole, which would then essentially turn this into a fixed blade. So if you want to do some serious work, hammer the hell out of this thing, sweet looking knife, the Proponent. Okay. Keep on going. This is the Artisan Cutlery Hornet. Nice looking dagger looking blade. It does not have a double edge. This edge is kind of a false edge. It looks like it kind of could be an edge, but it's only sharp on this one side here. So when it's closed, you're safe. Oops, there's a little fail for you. But nice flip out action. What is cool about this one is because it has the dual guards on it that stick out on both sides. It's got that uniform look both ways, right? But what's neat about those is the way that they're designed. And so like if this is in your pocket, right? And when you go to take it out of your pocket, what you can do is you can hook that edge on the end of your pocket, and then it deploys the knife as you're removing it from your pocket. So it's in your pocket like this, you're taking it out, and then boom, you're basically removing a knife that's ready to be used. Pocket deploy. Kind of a cool look. This one's also a D2 steel with a G10 handle. Got some really nice deep texture on there. Pocket clip was swappable. All these can be swap clip other than the Ahab that I just got. But this is a fun knife, the Hornet. Like I said, with that pocket deploy, it's cool. And I just like the dagger kind of design and shape to it. Last artisan cutlery that I have. This one is called the Eterno. This is kind of a cool knife. I have not seen this around too much or heard too much about it, but it is kind of a bigger, beefier handle knife, although it does curve, so it kind of forces your hands. Notice how my fingers are kind of get stuck. I can spread out, but then it's putting my pinky on the back side of that, which actually does not feel bad. So it's not really negative per se. I got your liner lock. This has got a flipper tab only. Also a D2. So these three are D2, and then these are both the AR RPM 9. Flipper tab works really good. This one does have a fuller on it on both sides, and you can flick it out. But as you notice there, I kind of had to use a little bit of wrist. The fuller is thin, and it's kind of hard to get in there to bite to it. You could also kind of get it with your thumb. It does work, but you kind of want to give it a little bit of a whip. I feel like it doesn't have it's got a detent that's decent. Here, we'll go. It kind of pulls in pretty good. But that flick out, see, it works. You just kind of give it a little bit of an assist, which isn't the worst because you do have that flipper tab too. It's got a cool shape to it, just a really weird looking kind of blade and handle, but I dug it. I saw it and I was like, yeah, I'll give that one a shot too. Pretty fun. Got a nice little variety of handle colors going on here, huh? These are all G10. This one's got that smooth texture to it, so it's got the contour. Very nice feel. This has got that heavy texture. This one's nice because it's got this groove in the center, and then it's got this texture lines on the side. See those? Really nice for the Arroyo. But yeah, not a huge collection from Artisan Cutlery, but not terrible. I've got some bangers here that I kind of like. I mean, they're all kind of more on the budget side, but they are quality knives. I like them. I've enjoyed having them in the collection. I've carried them a few times each, and I have nothing negative to say about them at all. I have several artisan cutleries I've seen that I'm interested in. There's a couple designs, a design from Dylan that's coming out pretty soon that really felt good in the hand. I cannot remember the name of it for the life of me. I'm sorry. But they also have some like higher quality offerings of the similar knives that are already on the table. So like I said, if I wanted to get that $200 version of this big old beast Proponent that could chop your finger off when you close it. Oh, beast. What artisan cutlery should I look at next? Leave a comment in the description. Which ones do you have? Which ones are awesome? What should I look for? I am definitely into it. Like I said, I don't have any sponsorships, so it's kind of on me to make my purchases. So when I get a knife from a company, I look at it, and if I enjoy it, then that will inspire me to continue looking at other offerings that company has. And if they're good, then I will give them my business. 5 of them here. Artisan Cutlery is like the parent company to CJRB, so they are kind of related. I have a ton of CJRB, so I have nothing but respect for the company, Artisan Cutlery / CJRB. They've got some really cool stuff. I look forward to more in the future. And yeah, this was the Ahab that I got at Blade Show, Texas. Very happy with it, other than having to clean it. Just keep wanting to wipe it off, make it look shiny. But it's just a cool design. What does everyone think about this knife? Anybody have one of these? They use them? I like it. I dig it the most. Anyway, that's going to be about it for today. I just wanted to kind of showcase this knife and my artisan cutleries just a little bit here. But if you enjoy what you see, please hit that like button and subscribe if you would like to see more. Helps me out, and I really appreciate it. Stay sharp. I'll see you soon.